Hi guys, and welcome to Phoenix and the Noms. Well, what you're staring at is a huge bulk barn zero waste haul. I managed to get the bulk barn. If you don't know, bulk barn is a bulk store in Canada, and they sell so many different things. It's unbelievable. They even sell vegan stuff and pet food and bird food and soaps and my goodness, every kind of flour you could ever want, any kind of chocolate chip you could ever want. And I only get there about maybe 2 times a year, maybe 3 times a year. So when I go, I really stock up and I try and fill up my biggest containers I have at the moment. So I'm going to show you what I got. And if you sign up for their newsletter, their email, you get coupons. So I happen to have a $5 off coupon today. So I used that. And bulk barn is very heavy into letting you use your own containers as long as they're clean. And what you do is you take your empty container to the cash, and the girl will weigh your container and she will write the weight on the bottom. So this weighs 0.356 grams. So she'll write the weight. You fill it up with what you want. So when you go to pay later, you're only paying for the stuff inside. You're not paying for the weight of the jar. And they even offer 25% off if you bring your own containers sometimes. But that's a special that, you know, it's not all the time. It's just every now and then, and I happen to miss it by a week. I didn't even know. So, but I did have the $5 coupon, so at least I got $5 off. So I'll show you what I bought today, and I'll tell you the prices in Canadian, obviously. So I went and got some whole hazelnuts. I never buy hazelnuts because they're very expensive, and just like a tiny little bag of hazelnuts like this big, maybe at my local grocery store, it's over $10. So I never buy them. But I wanted to buy them because I want to try making our own Nutella. We're currently buying Nutella in plastic containers, and I want to stop that. Plus, if I'm not mistaken, I think Nutella has palm oil in it. I know it has skim milk, so we're trying to cut our animal product usage too. So when you go to bulk barn, you fill it up with what you want. And I put a little sticker on. So hazelnuts, noisettes, that's French for hazelnut. And the code number is 1775. So they need that code number when you take it to the cash so they can punch it in. And this cost me $10.94. So I guess you could say, is it expensive? Well, it's cheaper than buying it in a bag at my local grocery store. But I only need about 1 cup to make Nutella. So if I'm not mistaken, this is like over 2 cups in here, maybe almost 3. So it might turn out to be 3 jars of Nutella. I'm gonna have to try and see. So this is exciting. And this was an old, this was a, what do you call this? This was a pasta jar, a sauce jar. And it's actually a real mason jar. It says mason, and we keep them. So that's that.
Hello.
Phoenix is here. We're talking about the bulk barn haul. This is yeast, dry active yeast for making.
Active dry yeast.
Yeah, for making bread.
So we have a bread machine.
That's right, Phoenix. Now that we have a bread machine, we're making our own homemade bread from now on. So it's yeast, and it's code 940. And this whole thing only cost me $4.36. And I didn't even fill it up full, but that's a really good deal. That's pretty cheap. Next is something I never buy for myself. This is something my boyfriend...
Chocolate raisins.
Yeah, my boyfriend wanted, and this is chocolate covered raisins.
They're good.
And I don't know if you know, you go to your store and you buy like a little box and you pay $2 and something cents for a tiny little box. So this was the most expensive thing I bought today. This was $12.39, and it's very heavy, and this is a 1 liter jar. This is quite heavy, and it's a lot in here, and the boyfriend wanted it, so there you go, he got it. What else did I get? I got something called TVP, which is textured vegetable protein, and it's, you use it like ground beef. It resembles meat when you put it in sauces. Like if you want to make a meat sauce, you put this in, and it'll puff up and get puffy, and it'll look brown, so it'll look like ground beef. So the code was 242, And it only cost me $2.02 for this whole 1 liter jar. So that's a lot. So when I make spaghetti sauce, I throw that in there. Or if you want to make TVP tacos, you know, this was great substitute for taco meat or like fajita meat. This is really good. And it has a lot of flavor in it, and it'll absorb a lot of spices. I got chickpeas, which is pois chiche in French. Code 414. It cost me $2.34 for this 1 liter jar. This is an old pickle jar. These are really good jars because the mouth is very wide. So they're great to use. And I always buy pickles. So now I have some chickpeas, which I didn't have any at all in the house. We got some just regular white popcorn. It's code 11. And this whole 1 liter jar cost me $3.93. So we're gonna see how well they pop. The first time I bought it from Bulk Barn, they didn't pop very well, but this is new stock, he said. So let's hope it pops better than the first time. And then it's just regular table salt in a 1 liter jar, code 256. And that cost me $2.11 for 1 liter, like, well, it's not full, but you know, you get the picture, of salt. And I use it in a lot of baking. I don't even use this as salt, like salt and pepper for seasoning. My seasoning is usually, you know, that Himalayan pink salt stuff that's in one of those twister things. So this is usually for baking. What else did I get? Let's move this stuff over. So I had some glass jars to fill up. This was a veganese jar. Pickle jars, peanut butter jars, whatever you got on hand. Whatever works. This is the amazing deal of the day, I think. This was a 3.78 liter bread and butter pickle jar. This is the big, huge glass ones. And I filled it up with baking soda. And it was $11.81. And I know what you're thinking. Who the hell needs 4 liters jar of baking soda? You're insane. Well, I use it to bake with, obviously, and to cook with. But more importantly, baking soda is great for cleaning. I use this for cleaning everything. It does a really, really good job. If you have stuff stuck on your frying pan or whatever, cookie sheets, use baking soda. It'll come right off. If you have stains on your white counter like this, baking soda. It's going to come off. It's going to be great. Stuff works amazing. So we bought a lot because we use it as a cleaner. These containers used to be margarine containers, you know, like fake butter, you know, but we don't buy margarine anymore because it's made from like an animal product. So I managed to get a smaller, I found a vegan one. So this is teddy bear cookies, and this was $5.69 for this huge container. I'll show you what they look like. See, little teddy grams. So this is like full. This whole thing is full and it's very heavy. And those are going to be used for my son's lunch snacks. And Phoenix picked those out himself. And I have another one, same kind of container, huge margarine container. It's huge. This cost me only $2.74 to fill up with pretzel sticks. I'll open it up, and it's just pretzel sticks. So there's another snack I can throw in his lunch, just as a treat. And you know, if you have, like I said, if you have plastic in your house already, if you have these containers in your house, use them. They're really good containers and they're easy to scoop. Bulk Barn has like these big scoopers. So you just scoop everything in. This is orzo. I've actually never eaten orzo before, but my boyfriend likes it. So this was our pasta. This cost me $10.84, and this is a huge Tupperware. This is actually a Tupperware for cereal, but this is huge and this is heavy. And let's see, that's what orzo looks like. And the boyfriend likes it. He said it's good. I said, okay, well, we'll give it a try, and why not? So that was quite a good deal, I thought. Next, I got some pasta shells, and this whole container cost me $4.24, and this is another big Tupperware oval container. And it's little shells, little pasta shells. So now we have pasta in the house. So that's pretty good deal, because these are pretty big containers also. Let me reach over here, get the last two things. So you have a big container of Thompson raisins, and this cost me $3.30 to fill up, which is quite interesting because when I had gone to IGA and their bulk section, it cost me $5 to fill up. But at Bulk Darn, it's only $3.30. So these are big Thompson fat raisins. I throw these in oatmeal. I throw these in cereal. If I make cookies or whatever, they get thrown in. Sometimes Phoenix just comes and grabs handfuls of them and eats them. This is peanuts. Regular dry peanuts, not salted. And this cost me $9.82, and this is a big heavy container. And I bought this because we make our own peanut butter. So this container is going to last for a very long time, and I'm going to get a ton of peanut butter out of it. So with my $5 coupon off, all this cost me under $100 Canadian, which is a pretty amazing deal, because this is food that's going to last months. It's going to last like 6 months, if not longer, because especially this orzo and all this baking soda, it's going to last for a very long time. So like I said, I only get the Bulk Barn maybe twice a year, 3 times a year, if that. And when I do, I go and buy like a crazy amount of stuff. And now that I'm looking at all my stuff, I know what I forgot. I don't have pepper. I forgot the pepper. So, oh well, you can't remember everything, right guys? Yeah, I know. And I did make a list. I just didn't even put pepper on the list. That's even funnier. So that's it. That's how you can do bulk zero waste shopping in Canada, is if you have a Bulk Barn. Really amazing store. I love it. Check it out. Even if you don't want to buy anything, just go walk around the store and see what they have.